Alright, what's up guys? Today we are going to have a long, realistic skate sesh. So I'm filming this intro right now after season 1 has already released, but I have been saving clips for this video since before season 1 came out. So the first like 10 minutes or so are all like pre-season 1 clips. Not that that really matters or affects anything, but I just wanted to make it known. But yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It would be cool if I could make it like an hour. That would be awesome. But I guess you'll find out depending on whatever the title is. All right, cue realistic skate sesh. So yeah, we're just going to hop right into it. So I actually already have a line in mind that I want to try. So I want to wally over this rail, and then I want to come over to this pyramid, and I want to do a hard flip over the full pyramid, and then come over to the Euro gap, and I want to do a tray flip into a nose mani, and then a nollie flip out into the bank. This guy is standing in the way of my wally area. Get out of the way, dude. All right, come over here, hit the hard flip. Nice and slow, add a little shifty. I love that. Tray flip, nose mani, nollie flip. Bam, that was beautiful. I absolutely love the way hard flips look when you flick them slow and add a little shifty like that. I mean, look how nice that looks. All right, next I'm thinking back 180 up this Euro gap and then switch big flip board slide on this down rail. All right, that was good, but I accidentally did a boned ollie on the 180 and I don't like that. Damn, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right, let's watch that over. Back 180. Switch big flip board slide. That was so nice. Maybe we could do the same thing but do like a tray flip blunt slide. No way, first try. That was actually insane. Look at this. 180 up, switch tray blunt slide. That was a bad angle. Let me get down a little more. That was awesome. All right guys, I'm currently editing this video post season 1 and I noticed something really weird. Look. So this is now after season 1, and the clip you just saw was before season 1, and they moved this blue rail. Before, as you just saw, the blue rail was on this side right here. You know, I came up here in regular, I did a back 180, and then I did the switch big flip board slide right here on this side. So yeah, that's super weird. I have no idea why they moved it, but anyways, back to the skating. All right, I have an idea in mind. It's a nose slide on this thing. All right, that was a board slide, and then a frontside big spin over that. All right, we got the nose slide. Not as good as I would have liked it. There we go. That looked nice. Let's do a back Smith. All right. Let's do a big spin. And then let's do like a little switch tray over the side pyramid. Not bad. All right, that's enough skate park skating for me. Let's hit the streets and look for some more spots to skate. Does anyone else just love doing slappies in this game? Like, it just feels so good to lock into it and to pop out of it. Ooh, this looks like a pretty nice stair set. Maybe we can skate the hubba or the rail. I don't know. Let's try a nollie Smith. That'd be pretty cool. That to me was a Smith, not a 5-0, but we'll try again. This ledge is actually so high. If anyone did this in real life, it would be really impressive. That was so a nollie Smith. Hang on, we're reviewing this. All right, I'm gonna go frame by frame because what the actual, just watch this. Nollie, I'm going really slow. Look at this. Wait, can I move my camera? Is that not a Smith? If that's not a Smith, then I don't know what is. I mean, yeah, you know, my skater could, the nose could be pointed down more, but I mean, come on. Here it is. All right, it lags because, you know, the replay editor, but I mean, that's a nollie Smith. One of my go-to tricks in real life is a front big spin, so we're gonna do that. That looks so nice in this game, the way they like hold the front foot. I sure as hell don't have enough steez to be catching it like this in real life, but that looks awesome in the game. I don't know why, but the backside big spins in this game, they just don't look as good as the frontside big spins. Back Smith up the wave. All right, pop out 180, do a little frontside flip, and then let's pop a tray down the stair set. All right, we're at the Casper Hotel. They have this pretty sick hubba that you can kind of like pop out early from and then do a trick down the stairs right there. Let's try like a nose slide and then maybe we could pop a big spin out of it. Not bad. Front big down the stairs. All right. Maybe we could get a better back Smith on this hubba. Still says 5-0. I swear that's a Smith. That's some BS. Let's do a 50-50 and we can pop out early and then maybe we could get like a late pop shove. That's pretty cool. I'm thinking tray flip Smith, and then maybe, all right, or 5-0, and then switch front big. Nice, that's pretty cool. I don't know, guys. I'm using my left stick to try to lock into Smiths, and I don't know about you. It's saying these are 5-0s, but to me, that's a Smith. I mean, yeah, the board needs to be pointed down more, but like, come on. But that looked pretty nice. Here it is right here. Tray flip, Smith 5-0, whatever you want to call it. Switch front big down the set. Let's do a fat lip slide on the rail, and then we could do a big spin down the stairs. Nice. All right, I found this little circular mani pad, so I think I want to do a little mani sesh on that. Let's do a kickflip, nose mani, nollie 3 shove. Let's do a mani, revert, and then dang. All right, I want to pop the big spin lower. There we go. See how much better that looks when you pop it lower? It just looks way more realistic. Let's do a big spin, mani, and then we'll kind of just 180 out of that. Let's do a backside flip, mani, frontside flip out. That was beautiful. Yeah, popping low out of your manuals is definitely the way to go if you're playing for realism. I mean, just look how much better this looks. See how much better that manual pop shove looks? This is how it would look if I popped it high. It's not like super unrealistic or anything, but it's just a little less realistic. Let's do a mani, revert, half cab flip. That one looked a little too last minute on the pop out, so I'm just gonna redo it. All right, let's do a manual and then a full 360 revert. That was cool, but that one was a little sloppy. All right, I'll take it. All right, we're at this little gap that they make you come to in the story mode. This one right here. I'm thinking maybe we could do like a kickflip indie over it. All right, that was pretty easy. Damn, we ate shit on that. All right, nice little airwalk. All right, one more trick at this spot. Maybe we could do like a Benihana. Nice, that's pretty cool. All right, we're headed over to Brickswich because there's a cool little spot that I would like to skate. So this is the spot. It's kind of like the famous pyramid ledges in New York. Not quite the same, but it's pretty similar. There's also this stair set with the bank, so you can kind of start up here, do a trick into the bank, ride it down, and then trick this little hubba ledge type thing. All right, so let's skate this. So I'm thinking we can kind of start up here, maybe do like a tray flip into the bank, and then come down to this ledge and do like an overcrook. There we go. That was so nice. That felt so good. All right, I'm thinking front big into the bank, and then come to the ledge, and then maybe just like a switch 180 mani. There we go. That was nice. Ooh, that was a nasty little line. All right, I was just messing around with something and getting pretty close to it. So I'm trying to like wally this, and then I'm trying to do a 180 late shove it and land on this bank. Damn, so like that, but land it. I don't know if I need more speed to like kind of clear onto the bank. I might need more speed. Damn, I cleared it and I didn't do the shove it. Damn. Damn. There we go. Holy crap, that was so hard, but that looked so cool. We are so getting a replay of that. Here we go. Damn. All right, here it is from a different angle. I'm gonna do that again. Here we go. Man, that was so hard, guys. That was literally like one of the hardest things I've done in this game. Anyways, let's keep skating this thing. So I'm thinking laser flip into the bank and then maybe like a nose slide on the ledge. That was pretty nice. Front three into the bank, into a blunt slide. Not bad. All right, next I'm thinking 3 shove into the bank, and then I don't know if it's possible, but maybe like 1 push and then do a boned ollie over this like whole thing right here past the little grass. Oh yeah, that was sick. And that was first try. Dude, I could skate this spot for days. This spot is so sick. If you have not skated this spot, you have to come here. Right here on Brickswich. Look, this dude with the yellow, this dude with the blonde afro is skating it. Or wait, is that a girl? I don't even know. There's just so much good tech that you could do here with like so many manual pads and ledges and the bank. It's just such a good spot. Not only is there this whole spot here, when you're at the top of it where you will place your session marker, there's like so much more here. I mean, over here there's rails and there's more ledges like this. Like this place is like literally a playground. Damn, that was so sick. You know what else is fun? You could slappy those. Look at that. You can kind of just last second slappy them. That's so cool. Wow, that was nice. Alright guys, so I ended up liking this spot so much, I actually just made a separate video based off this spot. This spot is that fun, it made me make its own video. Alright guys, it is now season 1 and the lighting in the game looks a little different, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to hit a line right here. No slide pop out. Get a little push. Tray flip. Let's do a ghetto bird over this stair set. Ooh, that was nice. This is a nice little spot for a line. I'm thinking we can do a Smith on the ledge and then go back to the same stair set we just skated and do a big spin heel down it. All right, we got the Smith. Then we're gonna do a big spin heel. We got this. Nice speed. There we go. That wasn't so bad. All right, let's get a bigger spin heel. That was pretty cool. I just love skating stairs. I mean, look how beautiful this stair set is. Let's get a little switch hard flip. Switch inward heel. Let's do a switch front heel. Dude, that looks so good in this game. Switch front side flip. Let's do a switch ghetto bird. Switch big heel. All right, we absolutely obliterated this stair set. Let's go to the next spot. I feel like I found a pretty cool spot. It's this little kicker into this ledge right here. Like, I feel like we could do something cool on this. That was pretty cool. All right. Back 50 up the ledge, tray flip off. That was pretty sick. All right, launch up on this ledge and then gap to grind the picnic table, maybe like a nose blunt. Pretty cool. That was actually so sick. I want to do it again, but a normal blunt slide. Hell yeah, that was dope. All right, one more, but this time a kickflip back nose blunt. This one might take me a few tries. Dang, that was first try, but I didn't do the kickflip. Damn. Bro, I keep doing kickflip lip slides. There we go. That was pretty hard because my grind assist is really low, so locking into the nose blunt is kind of hard, but that looked dope. All right, this is an awesome little spot, and it's really cool how you can just find little spots like this just in like random corners. If you want to skate it, it is right here in Hedgemont. If I zoom out, right there. Right at this corner in Hedgemont. This stair set right next to it is diabolical. Look, so you have to pop really low, that way you don't hit your head right there on the bridge. And there's like no run up. Let's try like a melon. All right, that was pretty dope. All right, kickflip melon. All right, late shove. I don't think this is very realistic with the amount of run up I'm getting and the slow speed, but I mean, hey, it looks cool. I was just skating this little spot right here, kind of just hitting this bench, coming over to this little quarter pipe type thing, and then going back to the bench. And I was jamming to the in-game music, and I swear, it got me so freaking hyped. There are some good songs on the soundtrack. Anyways, I want to kind of try to replicate what I was doing. So just skating that, and then I would come over here, do a blunt, and then I would come back and do another trick on this, and it was just really fun. Anyways, let's session it. Nollie back tail. Come over here, blunt, frontside flip out. And then let's 180 over the bench. Kickflip backsmith. Dang, so many people are skating this spot. Blunt slide. Alright. Now it's back 180 over it. Oh shit, I did a wally. That was actually dope, but I didn't mean to do that. This spot is so cool though. Like, trust me, go in the in-game soundtrack, put on the song In Circles, and just skate this spot. You'll feel so good. Yo, that was sick. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I just realized I actually don't have an outro for this video. I just don't have a lot of time right now. I do want to make a longer realistic skate sesh video in the future, so keep your eyes peeled for that, because I'm definitely going to do, I want to do like at least a 30-minute one. But yeah, if you watched this, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, peace out.